Hey guys, a little bit of a rainy day today, so we're gonna show you a little bit about the inside of a beehive. The beehives we started last year had 2 hives, kept them throughout the year, and then they did not survive winter, and so they've kind of been sitting dormant in the garage for a little bit. We've decided not to do them again next year, just with Spencer being 2 years old, running around the yard. The space that we had was right near our vegetable gardens. We found it hard to actually get out there and keep the vegetables maintained with where we had the hives last year. And there's not really a great secondary spot in the yard to put them. So we've decided to kind of pass them along to others who have more room on the property and are able to kind of maintain them. But, well, we got them. I'm going to give you a tour around the inside of a beehive to show you what it looks like without bees in it. Now usually there'd be 10, 20, 30, 40,000 bees roaming in and around the box, but I'm going to kind of show you top to bottom what we got. So first, the outside, we have two deeps, which are kind of make up the bottom of the hive. So this is where basically the queen and a lot of the worker bees kind of raise all their young. So these boxes are both identical. I'll kind of show you the insides. So whenever you tend a hive, you kind of want to take out the foundation. So you have usually 9 or 10 frames in each, and each one can kind of come out. They're spaced precisely so that the bees can move in between the cells, and they can build new comb right on top of the foundation that's there. So this is actually built right on a foundation, and you can see that the little cells are what the queen was laying into. So you can see that this one, because it was where the queen was, is a little darker. The shade is a little brown when the bees were in and out throughout the course of the year. Other cells, like this one, which are a bit heavier, this one's full of honey. So this is still full of honey, and it's been sitting out all winter outside. So the capped, the cells are full of honey and then capped in wax. So if we wanted to extract this, we would cut the cover of wax off and extract that. And we have videos of us extracting that I can show you as well. That would have been last year. So we actually don't really want them to be putting honey into these. So we actually want them to be putting honey in basically what they call the supers. All right, so what I've done is I've put a super on. So the deeps are where the queen stays, and actually what you can do is you can put in what's called a queen excluder. So the queen is actually bigger than any of the other bees. So if you put this in, all the bees can move in between these, but the queen cannot. So usually you would put that in between these 2 layers, and then you would be able to exclude the queen from getting up into what they call the supers. Now the reason they're smaller is because the honey is really heavy. So every time that these get full of honey, you want to take them out and then extract them. So these are extracted already. So these are empty. So these are the ones we extracted, and we got probably 5 to 10 pounds of honey out of throughout the course of last year. So after it's extracted, you're still left with the comb. So then that goes back in the hive for the next year. Now the ordering of these is so that the bees kind of have a natural way that they want to store the honey. They want to keep all the queen activity in the lower, and then they want to store all the honey above them. And then through the course of the summer, they're putting all of their honey stores on top of where they are. So that's why you keep adding layers of supers as they get more and more honey on throughout the summer. And then what they do throughout the winter is they stay in a nice warm cluster, and they vibrate to stay warm. So the honeybees stay alive all winter in their colony. Now we lost ours because it was our first year. The colony wasn't strong enough, and the bees didn't make it. So what ideally they would do is they would keep some honey for themselves. So that's what they make the honey for, so they can survive the winter. And they put all the honey above their heads, and then over the course of the winter, they slowly move up as they eat through the honey stores. So the colony stays alive, the queen keeps laying, and they keep staying warm through the winter. Now, once you get to the top, so then you put on what's called the inner cover. And the inner cover just has a small hole in it, and it has another exit. So the bees, they really only come in at the bottom. So this is a really big opening, and they actually have different size openings that you can put on. So you can reduce it all the way down to just a tiny opening. Or if there's a lot of activity, you can have a larger opening. Or if it's really active, you can have the whole thing open. Through the winter, you would really want to keep only a small portion open, so that they wouldn't be able to, have mice crawl in here or anything like that. And then once the inner cover's on, they have a secondary way to escape at the top. And then at the end, the outer cover is basically just to protect everything from the weather, the elements, and provides a cap right on top. So this would be a typical hive, and what you would see. You would see the deeps at the bottom, where the queen and most of the colony are, the super at the top, and then the cover on top. And then this, we would just put a rock on so that it doesn't fly away or fall over throughout the course of the year. But that's kind of the tour of the inside of the hive. And I'll probably tack on a video of kind of the extraction process and what that looked like. Hope you guys enjoyed.